back to my channel. I'm Jamie and this is Candidly Chaotic. And I have been sharing a lot about homeschooling. And so my channel is supposed to be homeschooling, mom life, and family adventures. And so this video is going to be a little bit more about family adventures. We are getting ready to go on a trip, on a pretty big trip. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about how we prepare for our trips here and how I kind of try to keep it, I don't know, from forgetting things. So that this is going to be a little bit more laid back, I guess, and I'll just kind of chat with you on how I do things. So first of all, on bigger trips, actually really on any trip, but on bigger trips especially, I will ahead of time, like at least a couple days ahead of time, kind of plan out for the week what needs to get done and when I want to get it done by. Okay, sorry about that. I had to move. I feel like I was shaking the camera a lot because I'm not sitting where I usually sit. So when I am getting ready for a bigger trip, I plan out what I need to get done and I kind of put in where I want to get it done at, because there has been so many times where I feel like we're doing fine and then all of a sudden it's like 2 days before our trip and nothing's done, and I feel like I'm dashing around like a crazy person. I get super stressed out and I don't want to start our trips, our vacation off as stressed out. I would like to start off excited and relaxed and ready to have some fun instead of like crazy mama or something. So I have kind of taken to planning it out a little bit. I mean, still getting ready for a bigger trip, there is a little bit of stress just because there's a lot to do, but I think it cuts out on that quite a bit. And so, yeah, that is what I do. I think I'm actually going to just show you what I have done, and that might be a little bit easy. So this is my planner, and I like to have my planners always have like a month view. Where's that? My planners always have like a month larger view, and then I always like my planners to have days broken down into days as well, because I just feel like I forget so much, especially when it's like, oh, I need to do this thing 5 days from now. Well, I write it down 5 days from now. So this is kind of the general overview of how we are getting ready for our big trip. And we are not leaving until Saturday, but I actually started things a little bit on Sunday here. Yeah, so I didn't get every single thing done I wanted to, but I do build in a little bit of leeway for that. So on Monday is when it really got started in big, for real, I guess. I really got down to the nitty-gritty of starting it. Sorry. I really got started on the nitty-gritty of this. Sorry, my dog is being really distracting right now. Will you say hi? Okay. So, so I planned out our meals. Now, this vacation, we are actually going with some other people, and I don't have a lot of times for camping. I'll say like exactly which day we're doing what, because it's just easier for me. But for this one, I did, okay, sorry, I had to hide some names there. So on this one, I did plan it out like exactly what we're having when. However, this time I will not be following it. It was just to give myself a good idea of what we need, how much we need. This gives me a visual of how much food we need, even though I won't be eating it. We won't be cooking them on these exact days. And so after I do the meal plan, then I also do snacks. Then I can make my grocery list. So that's what I have here is that I needed to make the meal plan. We're actually going to be doing a school packet, and I'll share a little bit more about that. That's separate. Some of these things aren't necessarily, trip related. But, oh, and then I made packing lists because otherwise it's this constant thing of like my husband saying, oh, let's not forget this, or me thinking, oh my goodness, we have to bring, you know, whatever thing. And then just the way my personality is, I end up feeling super crazy and stressed out that I'm going to forget stuff. So I wrote it all out as best as I can. There are a couple things that probably aren't on here. But for the most part, these are things that I just don't want to forget. And so I have them kind of sort of separated into different things. And I especially list out our toiletries because this is like a last minute packing thing. Probably Friday night or Saturday morning before we leave, I'll have to pack them, and I don't want to feel crazy and forget stuff. And then just some other things that we use, because I set things aside as much as I can. But these are things that we use on a normal basis, and I cannot pack them yet, and I just know we're not going to want to forget them. And so I made my packing lists and my meal plan on this day, and we set aside, I had a last call for laundry actually on, was it sent? No, it was Saturday. I had a last call for laundry, which was a whole week ahead of time. Because it's so annoying when my husband or myself or my kids wear something and then want it for the trip, and then I have to go and do laundry again. So I had a last call for laundry for our trip on Saturday. And that way everything is done and put away. And Monday I could set aside clothes for all of us. So I have baskets, just like laundry baskets, full of the clothes that we want to bring. And that way I don't have to worry about anybody wearing something they're going to want on the trip. And we just do with what we have for the rest of the week. Right now, it's really not a big deal because we don't go anywhere. And so they can just wear whatever on you know, normal times when we go more places and things aren't closed down. It's a little bit more tricky, but it's doable and it makes my life easier. So that is what I did. And I don't pack them. I didn't pack them that day because the weather report is still changing, and so we may change around a couple things, and it gives some flexibility while still having things set aside. So then I also, then the next day I made the grocery list. We're not going shopping until Thursday, but I made the grocery list yesterday. I got our cameras ready. Of course, like I said, I did other things as well, but as far as for the trip, I did work on some things. And then today I am supposed to be doing some other things. These are less trip related, but I need to get our school packet done and then get some things ready because we're going to be gone and I don't want to worry about it while we're gone. And then we always clean our house right before we leave, just so that way we come home to a clean house. And then for a couple days, I can focus on getting, things put back away, laundry done, and resting up. And I don't have to worry about cleaning a yucky house. And so probably tonight, my husband and I will do that, and I will finish it up tomorrow if anything needs finished. And then on Thursday, I will start packing things even more so, things that we don't need all of the time. And so it's okay if it gets packed up, packing up some of our activities that we're going to want. And my husband and I are going shopping on Thursday for all of our food. And then on Friday, it's a lot of just finishing it all up, doing a lot of the last minute things. On Friday night, we will pack up the van as much as possible. And we will only leave, I don't have it on here, but Saturday we will do like our cooler, because we will need a cooler, and water bottles, and our toilet. I will pack our toiletries up, and our medicine, because we need our medicine in the morning. So just like really last minute things. And I will probably write this list out on Friday, because at that point I will know what all is left to do. And that's why I don't do it now. So that is how I plan out before leaving on a big trip. It makes me feel less crazy when I have it written out and I can kind of see what I need to do each day. Otherwise, I get super overwhelmed because all I can think about is all of the things that need to get done, instead of just like the few things that I need to do that day. Also for trips, a lot of our trips are honestly camping. This one's not camping, but it's also not like some cushy hotel or anything like that. It's a cabin. So I will be making any things that I can do ahead of time. If there's any chopping that I can do that like the things won't get gross by being chopped up, I will do that. And then Friday will be a lot of me baking or cooking anything ahead of time. I do a lot of our own baking and stuff because one of my kids has quite a few allergies, and it just makes it easier to have things that are quick and easy on hand, and then he can still feel like he is getting to do fun things. And so I'll have to do that stuff as well. So that is how I plan out what we're doing. I kind of give myself a general outline of what needs to get done when, and then I also have packing lists. And I've also in the past, the last time we went camping, I gave my husband a list of things to do because he was like, I don't know how to help you and you're so busy. So I did that. I haven't done that yet. We've kind of been working tandem in the evenings, and most of this does fall to me because, you know, he's working a lot. So, and I'm with the kids. So the kids and I do this a lot. Okay, so then I also said that we are working on a school packet for this trip. So we are kind of taking it as an opportunity, as like a big, huge field trip, because we're going to a place that has a lot of nature, has a lot of, every place that you go has things that you can learn about. So we are learning about the history of where we're going, and we're going to learn about nature. It's kind of a long drive, and so I have some things that we're going to learn about on the way. And so my youngest is not going to, remember a whole lot of this, but I think my older son will remember some of this. He's very interested when we're doing things to learn about it. And so rather than having to look a bunch of stuff up on my phone, I'm just going to have a packet of information, and then I'm going to have a separate packet of activities for him to do that kind of go along with the information. So this packet isn't done yet. It should be done, but it's not. And it's just kind of a long process. But I will show you a little bit of kind of what I'm doing. That way you can get an idea, because it's totally doable. It's really fun. My husband has never done anything like this with me before, and he's been helping me, and he is really getting into it. So that's fun as well. So let me show you what the packet looks like on my computer. Okay, so I realized that the packet, I can't really show it to you without completely giving away where we're going and probably a little bit of our route, and I just don't really want to do that. So I'm not going to show you the packet, at least not right now, but I will tell you a little bit more about it. So we have our course plotted, and we'll have the kids fill in, times of where we get certain places, and we have space for them to be able to talk about something that they've learned at different places along our road trip. And then I have like an informational packet, and so there are certain points of interest kind of that we will talk about as we go as well. And then I also have, like I said, I have different like histories of the states we will be in, and histories of the area that we're staying at, and some of the cool things that we're passing as we go, what they are and why. And we have, in the kids packets, we have places for them to, so my son, since he's in kindergarten, I have places for him to practice writing certain things. We have places for we have pictures of some of the wildlife they're gonna see that goes along with the information that I'll be telling him. We have places for them to do, there's coloring pages. I have a maze in there. And then I have places for them to either draw or write what they are learning and seeing in certain places, like we're gonna be going on some hikes, so they can draw certain things about animals there or whatever. So this packet is really just to make sure that they are paying attention and being aware of where we're at, because you can learn anywhere, and so we just want to use this opportunity as a learning tool as well as fun. And that's something that you can do when you go on a day trip or on a long trip. You can definitely make your own. I might share at least, I don't know, I might share some of this packet at some point. I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. So yeah, if you have any questions about our homeschool packet, or our learning packet for our trip, you can let me know in the comments. Is how we are getting ready for our trip. I have it all organized out as best as I can, and starting like today or tomorrow, I will have, right now I already have baskets of clothes for all of us sitting out, and soon I will have like piles or bags or other baskets filled with things that I know we need to pack. And that way I don't forget anything. So what are some of your tricks that you use for packing for your trips?